Hey guys, how's it going? Josh here, coming back with a long one, kind of long one today. I'm gonna do the top 30 punk albums from 2024. I was gonna do 2024. I was gonna do 24, but um, there's a lot of bands that I want to highlight, so I want to give a shout out to a bunch of these bands. Um, and some good news. I got the muting issues fixed on Twitch. Figured out that I could. I was originally asking permission from bands, and when they would give me permission, I would challenge it on those fronts, and they would generally overturn the muting on good faith. And I only requested that when I did actually get permission. But I tried to do it on the grounds of fair use because I'm giving commentary on the tracks. And I am trying to highlight um, a bunch of stuff. Uh, so let me change this. Um, they did overturn all the muting, so there's no more muting issues, at least um, on the VODs anymore. I'm not sure if they're actually muting it during the stream. Hopefully not. But there won't be any more muting issues on the VODs as far as I know. And yeah, so it's good news. The VODs will be much more enjoyable to watch without the muting, obviously. Anyways, I'm going to get into it because we got a lot of stuff to go through today. We're going to do the top 30 punk albums of 2024. And obviously, I could have started with um, any band really. Uh, at the bottom of the list in the 30 range. Um, there's a number of bands I could have gave the spot, but I kind of just chose one of them. There was so many to pick from. I just kind of had to choose one at that point. Other than that, there was a majority of the bands I wanted to highlight. Um, but it should be a good list, and hopefully you'll find something new, maybe something you already liked that you were hoping somebody would highlight and agree with it. Um, yeah, I'm gonna commence with the list. The first band I picked was or the 30th band, I guess. Um, the you know It was a band from France. Um, they're probably pretty unknown. They're probably kind of like a house, like a garage band because their album's not super polished. Sounds really crudely recorded. And the album cover is hilariously mediocre. Um, but they are quite talented, and they are called Heads Up, and their album is called The Way of the Curse. Um, but honestly, they're not the greatest band in the world, but the album is pretty solid throughout. I really enjoyed listening to it. I listened to it a few times. So I'm going to play a song called "A Song for People Who Hate Punk Rock and Countryside." Oh wait, no, sorry, that one's only this. Oh wait, are these even the full fucking songs? Are they all this short? Wait, hold on a second. That can't be right. These got to be clips on their. I'm looking at their Bandcamp right now. Those have got to be clips. Is it really all that short? Let me double check here. Um, I do have the album downloaded, so. Uh, Oops, shit, so they're wrong. Are they all really that short? Anyways, I'm gonna play you a song called "A Song for People Who Hate Punk Rock and Countryside" by the band Heads Up. See what you think for yourself. I could have picked the Linda Lindas. There's a band called 4IM. They're all, you know, probably definitively better albums than this, but I really enjoyed this. This is kind of like skate punk. It's just you know, bunch of dudes that aren't big playing skate punk, and I love that. So that's what punk rock's all about, right? So Heads Up, song for people who hate punk rock and countryside. That was Heads Up from Les Herbiers, France. Um, yeah, it's just like great harmonies, solid melodic punk. Got that skate punk vibe. It's just a really enjoyable album, and the whole thing is really good. So like, honestly, it's not something you would expect to hear from like a band that doesn't have like the greatest pedigree or um, a big following, but these guys just fucking straight up rock. So like, good on them. Props to them. You got 30th spot on my top 30 of 2024. So hey, I look forward to hearing more from you guys because this album is just straight up great. Um, Moving on though, we're gonna move quickly because it's gonna be a long stream there. But next we got a band from Montreal, Quebec. Obviously, Montreal is like uh, the haven of skate punk. You got not just Montreal, but like Quebec in general, French Canada. They got Thousand Islands Records. They got People of Punk Rock Records. Two of the labels that have been putting out the best skate punk consistently. There's going to be a lot of bands from those two labels on this list. This is one of those bands. They're called the Speakeasy. They put out a bunch of EPs. They've been killing it, and this album is awesome. Um, Probably deserves like a higher spot on the list, but it's like it's not consistently like straight up skate punk, which is like what I was kind of expecting. But it is a good album. It's a good album through and through. And there's kind of there's some kind of more folky songs, and then there's more skate punky songs. And so like I'm gonna play you a song called "Devil in Disguise." See what you think. These guys have been around for a bit and kind of made a name for themselves, and obviously they're on the good label, so you can probably catch them at one of the festivals like Red Bridge or something like that, which are kind of put on by these skate punk labels in Quebec there. But yeah, the Speakeasy, Devil in Disguise.
Shade, following the sun. We'll have the life we crave. We're cracking the maze. Greetings, welcome home. A safe place, free from home. We fucked up, lesson learned. The tables have turned. It's okay, we're alright. Keep your shine. We're taking control of our lives. It's a new day. It's okay, we're alright. Streets are filled with parasites, done with the devil in disguise. We'll pack our bags, leave the style, let's burn this place down to the ground. We're never coming back, we're done playing by the rules. No time to grieve, no turning back. We shut the door, we paint it black. Streets are filled with parasites, done with the devil in disguise. We'll pack our bags, leave this down, let's burn this place down to the ground. We're never coming back, we're done playing by the rules. No time
that was a speakeasy from Montreal off Thousand Islands Records. Um, Great album. It's a weird album because it's like it's got such a weird diversity of tracks of like different stylistic influences on there, but it the good tracks are like really freaking good. I would have definitely put it higher on the list if it was probably like more consistently songs like that. But it is what it is. Really like the album, so I'm not complaining. Um, just kind of justifying its position down at 29. They're from Montreal, Canada. Check them out. Um, Moving on to 28. This is a band that, as kind of opposed to Heads Up, the first band that I highlighted here as number 30. Number 28 is the Dopamines from Cincinnati, Ohio. And they kind of have a high pedigree, I would argue, if only because their album was recorded by Chris Dugan, who records people the likes of Green Day, Weezer. Dude's got Grammys. So, I mean, they're coming from like, a pretty high statured background as far as punk rock goes, right? So, but the album is good. It's a little bit poppy, but it's like melodic punk, but a little bit poppier than some stuff on the list. And I'm going to, their album's called 80/20, and I'm going to, first I'm going to throw up the album cover for you, and then I'm going to play the track, The Other Room. So this is kind of from the middle of the album, so you know what I mean? You kind of have to make your way through it in order to get to one of these songs. So a lot of people only listen to the first couple songs, and then other people just pick up like the highlighted the tracks they release as singles and stuff like that. But this is off of Rad Girlfriends Records, which seems to be an Ohio-based record label out of Dayton. So check out Rad Girlfriend Records. Looks like they got a ton of stuff on there to check out. And I'm not super familiar with them, so I can't really say too much about them, as opposed to someone like Thousand Islands Records, who I'm very familiar with. But they're putting out records produced by Grammy-nominated producers, so I mean, they got something going for them. Anyways, this is the Dopamines, The Other Room off of 80/20.
And if it's all the same to you, I'd much rather step out, step in somewhere new. The man on the porch
That was the Dopamines from Cincinnati, Ohio, off of Rad Girlfriend Records. As you can see, very well produced album, as you might come to expect. Really solid melodic punk. Uh, Great album. It's just it's a consistently good album. It's not like one of my favorite albums of the year, obviously, but like it's a very good album and definitely worth listening to. And I mean, these guys have been popping off this year, so I'm sure they'll be touring. They probably will come around your area, so definitely go check them out if they do. Um, and That brings us to our next band, number 27 on the list, which is a band who has actually come to my area, so I appreciate that about them. I live in St. Catharines, Ontario, home of Alexisonfire, and this is The Last Gang. Pretty sure they're on Fat Records. I want to say they're on Fat Records, and then so you know what I mean. They're coming off of a as big a melodic punk record label as it can get, more or less. They are from California. I will look up the city because I'm honestly not sure what city they're from. I know they're from California though, and they're just they're solid. Every album they put out is great. It's not like an album like I consistently come back and listen to all the time, but when it's on, I enjoy it thoroughly. And this has like a few songs that really kick ass. And I'm gonna play "Rumors" for you now. So this is "Rumors" off of The Last Gang's "Obscene Daydreams."
Tongue wagging, salty waters, grapevine is overflown. The best is yet to follow, as far as rumors go. Mislabel comeback, I've got dirt underneath my nails. Proofs in the collected knowledge, so keep talking under your breath. Bad press, cut and criticize. I'm a bad bitch, fatally feminine. Rumors, just as long as they're talking. Rumors, just as long as they're talking. I don't care what you think about me, right or wrong, as long as you keep my name on the tip of your tongue, in your mouth, under your skin, rent free, living in your head, singing. Tongue wagging, salty water, grapevine is overgrown. The best is yet to follow, as far as rumors go. Bad breath, shit talk, really fly. I'm a bad bitch, fatally feminine. Yeah. Bad breath, shit talk, really fly. I'm a bad bitch, fatally feminine. Rumors, just as long as they're talking. Rumors, just as long as they're talking. Rumors, just as long as they're talking.
That was The Last Gang's "Rumors" off of "Obscene Daydreams." They are on Fat Records, and they're actually from Los Angeles, California. So I hope they're doing okay. I hope the friends are doing okay. I hope everybody in Los Angeles is doing okay. Um, they put she's got obviously she's got an amazing voice. Like that rasp is just like so fucking good. It's just like so alluring, right? And she actually played when they played My City. They played with my friend Paige, and she also has a voice like that. She's in a band called Foolproof. A bunch of my friends are in that band, so check out Foolproof. Shout out to the Foolproof crew. Um, yeah, just really, really solid stuff. A little bit of ska influence. You know, guys, kind of sounds like Interrupters if Interrupters were a little bit more melodic punk. Um, but yeah, I got and obviously they're on Fat Records, which reminds me of a funny story. So like I went to the last or one of the last NoFX shows in Toronto, the last on their final tour, right? The final NoFX tour. Absolutely horrible, man. Like it poured rain the entire both days. It was like such a shit show. It got shut down for like multiple hours after like it started, then got shut down because of lightning, and then everybody was just like. Luckily, there was like a flea market there, and everybody was like hanging out in the flea market. There was like a food court and stuff, so like everybody was like hanging out in there. Then everybody like went back in, and I made a comment like NoFX gotten the first day they canceled most of the bands. The second day, NoFX like their set was shortened. They just didn't seem to be into it. And I made a comment on Facebook saying like the final NoFX tour show in Toronto was the worst show I've ever been to in my life, and that's it might not be exactly true, but it's pretty damn close. And Fat Mike actually liked my comment. He like not only did he like it, he liked it as his like on his personal account and his like on the Fat Mike account. So I thought that was pretty funny, man. Anyways, number 27 on the list. The Last Gang. That takes us to number 26, which is a band that I believe is German. Because they sing in both English and German on the label, and it does seem that they're German. It doesn't say where they're from though. But this is a band called Fucking Angry, and I did travel to Germany and see a bunch of German bands. The Pill was like really, dude, if you get to see The Pill is awesome. Like they're so good. I saw an all-female fronted hardcore festival in Berlin at SO36, and it was just a one-day tour. It was headlined by Blood Command from Norway/Australia. Amazing, one of the best live bands I've ever seen in my life. Like that's one of my favorite live performances ever. But a bunch of like Deutsch punk bands played and stuff like that. Saw some Deutsch punk bands play with Bridge City Sinners as well. I want to say something with swans in the name, but The Pill was the band that stood out the most of all the German. I'm pretty sure they're German. But this band, Fucking Angry, on Real Rec, which says Das Label, which I don't know. I think that means the label. So I think Real Rec is the label that they're on. But as far as Deutschland goes, this album like rocks pretty fucking hard, dude. And I'm gonna play a song called "I Killed God for You" off of Fucking Angry. Actually, you know what? First I will throw up the album cover, and then now I'll play "I Killed God for You."
What's up? All
mighty man. What's the matter? You don't look alright. Lying face down in the gutter, and your future does look so bright. I was never a fan of this particular man. He'll never talk again, never again, never again. I was never a fan of this particular man. He'll never talk again, never again, never again.
That was I Killed God by Fucking Angry off of the album Still Angry. Or sorry, Still Fucking Angry. And they are from, oh, I didn't look up where they're from, but they are from Germany. And just like a raw, solid, punch you in the face punk rock record. Great record. This record is kind of half in English and half in German, so I gave them kind of props on that front. I like to highlight bands from all over. So, yeah, I mean, I don't have really time to listen to all. I'm sure there are some really good Swedish and like bands from like Sweden, Finland, Spain, stuff like that, Germany, obviously, that are maybe better than these guys, but they sing in all foreign languages, and I don't really have like the time to like. I listen to so much music that I don't really have the time to dedicate myself to listen to all of those bands. So I don't always get to them. Sometimes I'll check them out like a couple songs and like see if it like hits really hard, but don't always get to sit through the entire album. So they don't really get considered for this list a lot. That's why if they do kind of throw in a mixture of different languages, I'm like more likely to consider them. And that was 20. I want to say that was 26 on the list. Let me double check. 30, 29, 28, 27, 20. That was 26, which leads us to 25, and another European or formerly European country from Bristol, UK, Swami and the Bed of Nails. This is another kind of like they kind of remind me of like Cobra Skulls a little bit. Not exactly. That might not be like the best comparison, but like it's the best thing that I can think of off the top of my head. And the album is called All of This Awaits You. And yeah, as you can see, it says rock and roll on the back of their things, and that's kind of accurate. It's kind of like rock and roll meets punk. Yeah, anyways, I'll play it and then you can check it out for yourself. And I'm going to play you the song. Whoops. I got to put the playlist up. Let's see what we got here. Should have this ready. I'm just going to play you the opening track, which is How Are You Peeling, off of their album All of This Awaits You, Swami and the Bed of Nails from Bristol, UK. just a solid rock and roll record. If you know Cobra Skulls, you can kind of see where I was coming from. Like I said, it's not exactly, but it's got a little bit of Cobra Skulls in there. And then, but they're from Bristol, UK. A really fun album. I just really love this. I just really love this album. It's definitely punk leaning rock and roll, right? So I kind of threw it in the punk section instead of the alt rock section, because I will do eventually an alt rock, which kind of is like just like a diverse rock. Everything from grunge to like, like punky emo alt rock kind of stuff. But yeah, Swami and the Bed of Nails, and the album is All of This Awaits You. Great album, really enjoyed it. That was number 25 on the list. 24, we're sticking in the Europe, and we're heading to Sweden for the band Lackland, and grab let me grab the album cover. And this album is called Everybody's Looking for Revolution. Everybody's Looking for a Revolution, sorry. And they're from Sweden. They're not from any specific city. They got members from both the east and west coast. So they're kind of from all over. I'm not sure who the members are, or like if they were in other bands prior to that. So they might be like a Swedish supergroup, but I love Swedish punk. I am currently rocking my Satanic Surfers shirt. So obviously I'm a big Swedish punk fan. Saw Millencolin when I was in Germany. Huge Refused fan. I cannot wait. The Refused show in Toronto is sold out, but I work for the company that sets up concerts at the venue that it's at, so I'm hoping that I can work there and get to go see the show for free, hopefully, and or get paid for it, even better, right? And also probably one of my favorite bands of all time. They've written my favorite record of probably all time, Breach. So if you're in the band Breach, please come back and play maybe Furnace Fest or something, because I'm dying to hear It's Me, God in full, because that is one of the best albums of all time, in my opinion, dude. That album is perfect post-hardcore, right? So this is Lackland. They play a style very similar to, it kind of reminds me of Bad Religion a lot. And I'm going to play you the track We're the Ones That Won't Forget, which is the opening track off the album. So this is We're the Ones That Won't Forget off of Lackland's Everybody's Looking for a Revolution. Started playing the first track over again. Sorry about that. That was Lackland's "Everybody's Looking for a Revolution." The song was called. No, I can't see it. We're the Ones That Won't Forget, which is the opening track off the album. They're from Sweden, not from any specific city. They're from all over. And as you can tell, you can kind of hear the Bad Religion. There's somebody else that they remind me of, but I cannot put my finger on who it is. But there's definitely like a little bit of Bad Religion in there, and there's also somebody else. But if you know who it is, please leave a comment because I can't figure it out for the life of me. It was bothering me so bad. But yeah, great album. Another solid album through and through. That was number 24 on the list. Number 23, we're coming back to America. Another band from Fat Records that is more along the lines of like party punk, I guess you would call them, because they got, you know, kind of Ramones kind of vibes. So you know what I mean, a little bit more upbeat, not necessarily as like melodic or not as political. They're just kind of like, you know, dumb punk. I mean, it's almost like pop punk, but it's a little bit more traditional style. It's not really like the stylistically pop punk, but like, you know, thematically and lyrically, it's kind of falls into the pop punk category. But definitely got like straight up Ramones vibes, and they're a fun band. I've liked everything that they've put out, so I always enjoy it. And I'm gonna play you a song called "I Don't Give a Shit Anymore" off of their new album Blasted. So this is Mean Jeans off Fat Records. Mean Jeans, I Don't Give a Shit Anymore for the new record Blasted. I forgot to mention that they are from Portland, Oregon. So another great band from Portland alongside Bridge City Sinners. Yeah, just a solid beach punk, party punk kind of album. Dumb shit, right? But fun shit. So it's a really solid, super fun album. Love what these guys do. Um, haven't got a chance to see them, but hope to one day. I think I was going to go to a show that they were playing on either last year or the year before, and I missed it for some reason. I can't remember why, but definitely on my list of bands to see because I'm sure it's fun as hell. And they are number 23 on the list of the top 30 punk albums of 2024, which has us moving on to number 22, which is taking us back to the UK to Leeds, and a band called Eat Defeat, who's a new band to me, but they have been around since at least 2012, so they're veterans by any sense of the term. Um, they have a new album called My Money's on Me, and just another solid, like, melodic skate punk kind of album. It's probably more melodic leaning than it is skate punk. They even call themselves pop punk, but I would say they're more melodic punk than pop punk. Um, and I'm gonna play you a song called "Giving Up on Giving In," which is the fifth track off of their new record, "My Money's on Me."
Let's start again. Flipping the record over. Ignore the skips and scuffs, they're just a consequence of all of us. Something has to change. I rearrange my brain the same way that I always do. There's no fooling you. I'm an open book. My page is stuck with super glue, and I don't want you to know, but I want you to know I'm all alone, but only in the sense that I'm not alone. And I can't help but feeling that all I do is hold you down. I just wanna be someone that you wanna be around. It never gets any easier, but things can change and so can I. So let's get back to getting back, and we'll give up on giving up. We're giving up on giving up. You're not the first to try. I'll keep my cards close to my chest. You'll be the last test until I learn the rules. And I can't help but feeling that all I do is hold you down. I just wanna be someone that you wanna be around. It never gets any easier, but things can change and so can I. So let's get back to getting back. I will give up on giving up. We're giving up on giving up. Rewind the tape. Give it another listen. There's surely more to life than this. There must be something that you missed. We're giving up. I'm giving up. We're giving up. I'm giving up.
That was, I think I called it "Giving Up on Giving In" before, but it's actually "Giving Up on Giving Up." So they're giving up on giving up. The new track off of "My Money's on Me" by Eat Defeat out of Leeds, UK. Number 22 on the list out of the top 30 punk albums from 2024. And that takes us to 21. And we are sticking with Europe, but moving on to a new country, because this band is from Belgium, and the town starts with H. It's Hemixem. a town I've never heard of in my life, so I have no idea where that's from. I did go to Brussels on my trip, and I thought it was kind of gonna be like a little lame. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like Brussels, but damn, Brussels is such a sick city, man. If you don't know what Art Nouveau is, it's got some of the coolest looking architecture in the Art Nouveau style that you will ever see in your life. So, and it's such a beautiful city. I went all over the place. Um, and so definitely go to Belgium. I did go see a show. I can't remember what band it was. It was an American band, and I want to say the venue was called the Orangery or something like that. It was at like a botanical gardens. It was like there was two music venues in a botanical gardens in Brussels, and there was an American band playing there, and they're kind of like pop punk, but also kind of just like rock, just like a rock band. And it cost me like $10 or €10 or something like that. So I was like, I'm not doing anything at night anyway, so might as well go see a band. Cannot for the life of me remember what they are. So sorry about that, but love Brussels. Their new album, they're a band called Young Hearts, and their new album is called Newosphere, and they have this is like melodic punk as well. Probably like a little less poppy than Eat Defeat. And they have like a really nice intro. So I'm gonna play you the intro, then I'm gonna play you a song called Lottery, which is not the following track off the intro, but I just like really like this intro, so I'm gonna play you both the intro and the song Lottery off of Young Heart's new album, Newosphere, from Hemixum, Belgium.
Everything is predestined. Everybody's scared shitless of that word. It's all predestined. This is predestined. We didn't know all this was going to go down today. And people generally cannot accept that. But that's part of the game that's being played too. Some people accept it. I accept it. Other people don't. Everything happens the way it's going to happen. Nobody's in charge. It's all going to go down. You know, everything evolves that way, and that's what is. That's the way things happen. Don't you get it? And it's all going to go. We think we're in charge 10 seconds from now. None of us in this room know what we're going to be thinking or saying. So who the fuck's in charge? One guy phrased it, to realize you're nothing is wisdom. To realize you're everything is love. Or pure intelligence. Do you know the word noosphere?
Have you noticed? Did you see? I
Yeah, bro. Lottery off of Young Heart's new album, Noosphere, from Hemixcum, Belgium. Hope I said that right. Um, as you can tell, you can definitely hear the Satanic Surfers influence. That's why I was pointing at my shirt during the song, because I was like, you can hear that Satanic Surfers influence in the style of their music. Also, maybe like a little bit of Propaganda in there, like a little bit, just like a touch of Propaganda. Damn, these guys rip, bro. These guys rip. Love this album. Definitely a band to look out for. Um, I'm not sure how long they've been around, to be honest. This is the first I've heard of them. Oh, they've been around for a while. They've been putting out albums since at least 2015, so they've been around a good 10 years, right? So, Young Hearts, if you haven't heard of them, definitely check them out because it's well worth it. They are 21 on my list of the top 30 punk albums of 2024, Noosphere. And that brings us to another band that's like kind of new to me. So they are a band called Camp High Gain, and they're also European. They are Dutch. So they definitely have like a little bit of hardcore, a little bit of skate punk, melodic punk, and their new album is called. It's not on their Bandcamp, so I gotta look it up on my computer. So, oh, it's called Einstein. I actually definitely remember that. So their new album is called Einstein. My computer's having trouble here, and oh my god, just freaking had it. Okay, the new album is called Einstein, and 13-track album. Gonna toss the cover up for you real quickly. It's a pain in the ass. I usually just grab it off the internet, but when it's not up on the internet easy to access, I have to go through my computer. Um, Alright, there's the album. It's got a sheepdog on the front, and it's called Einstein. Maybe that was their dog's name? I don't know. Dutch sheepdog. But anyways, solid, hardcore, melodic punk, kind of like blends the boundaries between the two. And I'm going to play you a song called Deaf off of the new album. So I'm going to look up where they're from because I'm not sure where in the Netherlands they're from, but they are a Dutch punk rock band. And I'm glad to see that I'm giving you like a bit of diversity, global diversity, kind of like speaks volumes to how like omnipresent punk rock is across the whole world, right? So, and this isn't even considering bands that sing in other languages, really, because, like I said, I don't really have time to listen to all of that stuff. But yeah, these are all bands that just sing at least somewhat in English, right? So, Camp High Gain, the new album Einstein. This is the song Deaf. So Death was the intro. That was actually the song called Unite, but it's kind of like their theme song, I guess you'd say, because it like talks about the name of their actual band. But yeah, Camp High Gain off their album Einstein. They are from the Netherlands. I couldn't find out specifically where in the Netherlands they are from, but they are number 20 on my list of the top 30 punk albums of 2024. And that move, we're staying in the Netherlands, going on to number 19 for another band called Tusky, and their album is called Pure Heart Sounds, and they are from Utrecht in the Netherlands. So Netherlands, bringing us some solid melodic punk this year. So really like this album. It's kind of like heavy melodic punk, but also has like a little bit of pop punk in there. But a really solid album. Like, this album is catchy as hell. I really enjoyed this album, and it's the first I've heard of this band. I've never really listened to this band before, so I'm honestly not too sure like how long they've been around doing it and stuff like that. But stoked to hear a couple Dutch punk bands making it onto the list, and I'm going to play you the song "Downsizing" "Downsizing on Dreams," which is the first song on their new album, Pure Heart Sounds. So take a listen and enjoy. That was Downsizing on Dreams by Tusky off of their new album Pure Heart Sounds out of Utrecht, Netherlands. More great Dutch punk to follow up the previous band, Camp High Gain. Number 19 on my list of the top 30 punk albums of 2024. And this is a solid album, like all the way through. Like, pretty much all the albums this way up are consistently good throughout. There's like, maybe songs that aren't as strong as the best songs on the album, but there's no bad songs on like really any of these albums. So a great punk record from these dudes in Tusky. Stoked to hear it. Stoked to have discovered them. Moving on to number 18, we are going back to Germany, to the town of Essen, for a band called Loveline. And Loveline is definitely more, they kind of like have a bunch of different stylistic influences ranging from melodic hardcore to post-hardcore, and obviously melodic punk. Love this album cover, by the way. Great album cover. One of my favorite punk album covers of the year for sure. I'm going to play you the song, what's it called? Have You Tried Turning It Off and On Again? Which is, these guys got kind of longer songs, so most of the songs on this album are like 4 or 5 minutes long. So a little bit of a more of a marathon album, but there's only 8 tracks on the album, so it kind of evens out in the end. Not a lot of tracks, but the tracks that are there are like quite solid. So this is, I guess you'd call this like a short album or a long EP, but considering the length of the songs, it's definitely puts it in the realm of an album for me. But anyways, this is Have You Tried Turning It Off and On Again, which is the opening track off of Essen Germany's band Loveline's new album Unrest.
Forgiveness, but you're living by the side. Takes away the time is now. Nothing to fix. Nothing to repair. You ain't been off the keyboard to it. It's a mistake again and again.
Oops. That was Have You Tried Turning It On and Off Again by Loveline from their new album Unrest. Man, you can obviously hear the propaganda influence on there, but there's also like emo, like I said, post-hardcore, melodic hardcore, skate punk. Like it's got that thrash punk vibe, thrash punk influence that they've clearly gotten from Propagandhi. This is a great record. That's a great fucking song. Shout out to these boys in Loveline and to Essen Germany for giving us a really good punk band. They were number 18 on the list of top 30 punk bands of 2024. We're going to keep it rolling, move to 17, where we are going to Denmark. I'm actually not sure the city. I'm going to try to find that out while I have the song playing. But these guys are from Denmark. They're a little bit more raw, pure, straight up punk rock with a little bit of a hardcore edge. And they are a band called Night Fever. And I guess I did not download it. I thought I downloaded the album cover, but I didn't. So here it is for you. And like I said, they are from Denmark. And I'm going to play the song. Song should I play? I'll just play the opening track, Dead End. These guys rip high, super high energy. Looks like they got a lot of support on Bandcamp, so they must be pretty big in Europe. I'm not sure how big they are in North America, but as you're about to hear, they should be big, and hopefully they pop off, because I would love to see these dudes, because they sound like they would be incredible live. Anyways, this is Dead End off of Night Fever's new album, also called Dead End.
Yeah!
As you can tell, those dudes absolutely fucking shred. I mean, this is probably more hardcore leaning, but it's got like just his voice like just makes me think like punk rock, right? So like, um, absolutely stellar hardcore punk record, man. So good. These dudes absolutely shred. Those bass lines, those fucking licks on the bass, so fucking catchy, dude. Out of Denmark, Night Fever's new album, Dead End. Hope they get to North America. They seem to be touring Belgium, or sorry, Denmark right now. So if you are from Denmark and you do happen upon this stream, definitely go check them out. Looks like they're going to Belgium and stuff too. So they are touring around in Europe. So keep a lookout because I have no doubt that these guys are absolutely incredible live. You can just tell by listening to it. And this album rips. It fucking rips, dude. It fucking rips. And that was number 17 on our list of top 20 albums. Or sorry, top 30 albums of. I've been doing 20 albums, so I mean, this is my first time doing 30 because there were just so many albums I wanted to highlight. So I keep saying the wrong thing. Top 30 albums of 2024. Moving on to 16, we are going back to Canada, to Calgary, Alberta this time. We did Montreal, Quebec before, but now we are heading to Calgary, Alberta for a band called Bring on the Storm. And I am from Canada, but this is the first I've heard of this band. They have a new album out called Visionary, and I'm going to play you the track called Mind Tamer off of, which is the opening track off of this album. This is definitely heading more in my favorite kind of punk is like I like fast skate punk, and then I like I really like the technical skate punk. So this is definitely a lot of the bands up at the top of this list are going to be more in vein of that technical skate punk kind of style. And this is kind of like the first band off of that list, even though I wouldn't call them like super tech skate punk, but they do have some like a little bit of that vibe. Anyways, Calgary, Alberta's Bring on the Storm, song Mind Tamer from their new album Visionary. That was Mind Tamer off of Bring on the Storm's new album Visionary out of Calgary, Alberta. Obviously, they're taking cues from Canadian punk rock royalty like Propagandhi and, of course, Calgary's own Belvedere, right? The two best, not only the two greatest Canadian punk bands of all time, in my opinion, but probably two of the greatest punk bands ever. Um, Definitely if you're considering skate punk. So like, you know, they're in good company. They're taking inspiration from great bands, and this record fucking rips, dude. It just fucking rips. I even love that like prog metal, you know, kind of like what's it called? Protest the Hero kind of vocals going on that they got going on there. Absolutely amazing. Number 16 on the top 30 albums of 2024. And for 15, we are staying in Canada and we are going back to Quebec to Saint Jean sur Richelieu and a band called Bring the Light. So we're going from two Bring themed bands. We're going from what's it called? Oh my god, Bring on the Storm to Bring the Light, which is interesting because the new album Building Chaos has a storm on it. So keeping that 6 degrees of separation going. And I'm going to be playing the song for you called Burn It Down, which is the opening track off the album. And these guys are just solid skate punk. It looks like they are kind of a super group in the sense that they have members from Sub 22 and The Lookout, which are all kind of bands off of People of Punk Rock Records. So earlier on we had the Speakeasy from Thousand Island Records, and I kind of mentioned how Quebec is like the hotbed of skate punk, and with bands like Mute and like of course Bring the Light as well, and the Speakeasy, and a ton other bands, but they have like some of the biggest punk labels and some of the biggest skate punk record labels, and some of the biggest skate punk oriented music festivals. Of course, the biggest one was Montebello Rock Fest, which is a festival that I went to several times, and that was like some of the best experiences of my life. The first one I went to was all basically a recreation of 1998 Warped Tour. But I really do miss it. Really hope they are able to bring it back. But in the meantime, we got Red Bridge Fest out in the Gaspé Peninsula, and a couple other festivals. They had 77 Fest for a little bit in Montreal. I'm not sure if they're still doing that. I haven't heard of it for a while. But there's, Quebec is always, even if they're short-lived, coming up with new festivals. They have, oh my god, the guy from the band the St. Catharines has a festival. Pouzza Fest, of course. Pouzza Fest is amazing. It's kind of similar to Fest in Florida. It's kind of the Quebec equivalent of that. They are still doing that, so if you ever get a chance, definitely go to Pouzza Fest. You are highly likely to see a few of these bands. But anyways, I'm going to get on with it, and we're going to play Burn It Down from Bring the Light's new album, Building Chaos.
Burn, 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 we gonna let it burn. Burn, 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 we gonna let it burn.
That was Burn It Down from Bring the Lights, Building Chaos off of People of Punk Rock Records from Quebec. They are from Saint Jean sur Richelieu, Quebec. And just as you can tell, absolute banger. This whole album is bangers, right? So really stoked to hear another great skate punk band from Canada coming out. Love to hear it. Look forward to getting a chance to see them. There's a whole load of skate punk bands from Canada that I have not got to see yet that are all on my list to see, and this one I have added because this is a new band for me. I'm not sure how long they've been around, but this is the first time I've been hearing of them, and they did not disappoint me. From here on, we're kind of sticking in Canada, but kind of moving over to America because the next band is from Hermosa Beach, but they are on a record label that is near and dear to my heart because they are on Dynalone Records, and Dynalone Records was started by a dude named Joel from my city. Obviously, he grew up in and around Alexisonfire, and the record label is named after the Quicksand song of the same name. Well, Dynalone anyways, right? So this band is the Black Pacific, and they have heavy Pennywise vibes. I'm going to play you the first track, and the first track is like, if you didn't know any better, you probably would think you were listening to Pennywise. The rest of the album doesn't sound so explicitly like Pennywise, but it does have underlining Pennywise vibes throughout the entire record. The record is called Here Comes Our Wave, and it is a solid ass fucking record, and it's good news for me that they're on Dynalone because that means that there is a high likelihood that they will play at Born and Raised Festival, because whereas Born and Raised Festival is, on paper an Alexisonfire festival, generally it's the bands that play it are almost all from Dynalone Records, right? So, which makes sense. People are like, oh, they're not bringing in local bands and stuff, but the dude's record label, he's from our city, so like everything that he's doing is local in a sense, right? So plus they're all super nice dudes, except for maybe Dallas. I've never really talked to Dallas, but like George is always super nice. Everybody else, Kenny from Monine is their guitar tech. So I was talking about earlier how I would watch Alexisonfire play the first one with Chuck Reagan and the dudes from Monine. It was like one of the highlights of my life. But anyways, I work that festival, and I always have a hell of a fun time. You can go on my personal YouTube page, Josh Cornell, and see a ton of videos from both out in the crowd and on stage that I took at those festivals the last two couple of times. There's been two of them, but they've been like 3 or 4 years apart. So there was one last year, which means we're probably not going to have one this year. Maybe, hopefully not 3 or 4 years down the road, hopefully sooner than later. But I'm going to play you the song I Think I'm Paranoid off the Black Pacific's new record, Here Comes Our Wave, off of the Homegrown for Me Dynalone Records.
Terrorist groups are planning bombs, covert plots at the Pentagon. To a white hate crime marathon, when is it gonna stop? Yeah, CIA and its UVs, abortion killers, abuse of priests. The world is full of enemies, when is it gonna stop? I think I'm paranoid, but it's something that I can't avoid. That the world's a scary place, I'm afraid of the human race. I think I'm paranoid, but it's something that I can't avoid. That world's a scary place, I'm afraid of the human race. Let's go. This is Nazi socialists, anti-fascists, anarchists. this. Everybody's hearing this. When is it gonna stop? Yeah, government is spying on me. License virus killer bees. Hurricanes, asteroids, climate change. When is it gonna stop? I think I'm paranoid, but it's something that I can't avoid. That the world's a scary place. I'm afraid of the human race. I think I'm paranoid, but it's something that I can't avoid. That world's a scary place. I'm afraid of the human race. Let's go. Terrorist groups out planting bombs, cobra props at the Pentagon. It's a worldwide hate crime marathon. When is it gonna stop? Yeah, CIA and SUVs, bullshit killers and peace drinks. World is full of enemies. When is it gonna stop? I think I'm paranoid, but it's something that I can't avoid. But the world's a scary place. I'm afraid of the human race. I think I'm paranoid, but it's something that I can't avoid. That world's a scary place. I'm afraid of the human race. Killer cops and killer bees, CIA and SUVs are some things you can avoid. I think I'm paranoid.
Tell me that song does not sound like Pennywise. Like, come on, dude. If you did not, like, if you just heard that song, you'd be like, I love this fucking new Pennywise song. That fucking new Pennywise song is fucking fire. But, like, obviously, it's not Pennywise. But, it's the Black Pacific from Here Comes Our Wave. I think I'm paranoid. That song is so good. It's like the best Pennywise song I've heard in years. But, you know what? I'm stoked that they're on Dynalone Records. I really hope to get that they come to my area. Because they got a lot of connections back to my town. So like, really hope I'm gonna get to see the Black Pacific. They are out of Hermosa Beach, California, which is where Pennywise is from. Wait, hold on a second. Is this like a side band for Pennywise? Because that would not surprise me at all. I just worked a Pennywise show. They played with oh my god, I can't think of it now. Fucking the Irish punk band that plays at the Boston Bruins, right? But like, yeah, I love Pennywise. Pennywise, I grew up listening to Pennywise. I used to be a mall rat. We would play that skateboarding game, and it had like About Time on it. Like, dude, I fucking love Pennywise, and I love this album. Definitely go check it out because it's fucking killer, dude. And they are number 14, or sorry, yeah, 14 on our list of the top 30 bands of 2024, which brings us to Geelong, Australia. I think that's how you say it. I'm honestly not entirely sure how you would say that name, but I think it's Geelong, Australia. And to my favorite Australian record label, P Records, because they have some of my my two favorite Australian bands are probably three are Clowns, Frenzal Rhomb, which I think are both on Fat Records, and then The Decline. The Decline is definitely one of my favorite Australian bands, and they are also on P Records. And so this is a band called All Hope Remains. Did I download the record? I thought I did. Apparently I did not. This is All Hope Remains, and their album is called Find My Way. They are from Geelong, Australia. I do hope I'm saying that right. If I am butchering it, I do apologize to my Australian friends. I had one buddy that moved to Australia, and now he sounds Australian, so, you know, you guys take over the psychology of people when they move there. But I'm going to play you the song Burn from the new album, which is, there's an intro, but then, so second track on the album, but it's really the opening track on the album. And this is more skate punk stuff. This actually kind of reminds me of the greatest punk rock band in the history of Toronto. And shout out to Al, because I work with Al at History Nightclub. But the almighty Trigger Happy. Listen to this dude's voice and tell me it does not remind you of Trigger Happy. I couldn't put my finger on it at first when I first started listening to it. I was like, dude, fucking Trigger Happy. These guys sound like fucking Trigger Happy a little bit. But All Hope Remains, Find My Way. I'm gonna play the song Burn. Just think about how much they sound like the almighty Trigger Happy.
I'm not insane, I'm just cursed. Also didn't care, oh, the vapor's the worst. I'm gonna blame everyone else that driven me crazy, that made me a danger to my own self. Doctor, help me reach comatose. Someone sedate me, put me up a dose. The balance of precarious, it hangs on a knife edge. Separate me from this stuff, or I'll burn. I've spent too long in this cell, rotting alone in my own private hell. I'm gonna get this monkey off my back. The last thing I'll do is show all of you with this strike on a single match. Doctor, help me reach comatose. Someone sedate me, put me up a dose. The balance of precarious, it hangs on a knife edge. Separate me from this stuff, or I'll burn.
That was Burn from All Hope Remains, their new album Find My Way out of Geelong, Australia on P Records. A great record label if you're looking for uh, labels to follow, because I do recommend that you do follow labels too, because if you like one band or album on that label, there's usually more bands on those labels that you will like. So record labels are great things to follow. I feel like, I mean, it's a lost art on the younger generation, the whole idea of record labels and how you could follow them. Because like back in the day, like you could like, you could look at a record label and like mail order shit or go on their website and like, you would, the only way to get the music was to order the shit by mail order, right? So, like order CDs or something like that, right? So, you just had a tendency to follow record labels. Record labels would like give out compilations at festivals and stuff like that, like Warp Tour or something like that, right? You'd come home from Warp Tour with like 5 different freaking compilations, Hopeless Records, Theologian Records, Punkoramas, Fat Music for Fat People, Fat Music for Fat People, fucking Volume 1, 2, whatever, right? So you'd get all these compilations, you'd come back, you'd listen to these compilations, you'd find these new bands, and that's how you would like discover bands, right? So follow record labels, because record labels are out there doing the work for you, finding these bands, and it's an easy way to discover new bands by just perusing the catalog and new releases of these record labels, because you're sure to find something that you enjoy, right? So anyways, that was off P Records from Australia. They're an Australian-based record label. They focus mainly on Australian bands, I think completely on Australian bands. We will be coming back to P Records later on this list again, but this is All Hope Remains, Find My Way from Geelong, Australia, and they were 13 on our list of the top 30 albums of 2024, which brings us to number 12. We're going to Long Beach, California for a band called the Hartwells. They have a new album out called The New Old School, and I just really like this album. It's a little bit more like kind of like, don't want to say like street punky, but like it's got like a little bit more of like, it's got like a little bit of a ska influence to it, maybe a little bit of a Rancid vibe, but it kind of makes sense when they're coming from like that Cali sort of scene, right? So I'm going to play you the song "Death of Rock and Roll" off of their new album, The New Old School.
Well, let me tell you something. You'll never amount to nothing from doing what you're told. So fuck that voice of reason, 'cause seeing is still believing, and that's just what I know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's not about values, this is not about you. You'll never break the mold. So fuck that voice of reason, 'cause you committed treason, and this is what I know. Let's try to save a little space for the death of rock and roll, and all the kids that walked away never had it in their soul. It's the death of rock and roll. Every man walked away as modern men took control. Their minds are all the same. To climb was his goal. If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat?
Just good old fashioned punk rock. As you can hear, you can kind of hear what I was saying about the Rancid influence and the street punk vibe, but on top of that, just good straight up old punk rock. Love this album. Every song on it is good. Go check it out. The Hartwells, The New Old School from Long Beach, California, number 11 on our list of the top 30 punk albums of 2024. Moving right on to number 10. This is a band out of Vancouver, British Columbia. They self-describe themselves as dad rock, but they just put out a really fucking solid punk rock album. I love the dads out there playing the music that they loved as children, showing their kids what it is like to live the punk rock life, right? Because I feel like punk rock makes everybody a better person. I know it made me a better person. You know, you got Fat Mike singing about punk rock saved my life, and I'm sure that is actually the case for a whole lot of people. But this is a band called Precursor, and they have a new album out called Thick and Thin, and I'm going to play you a song called Where's the Cavalry. There's 12 songs on this album, and they're all fucking good. So definitely go check them out. Support the dads out there that are keeping it real, playing punk rock for their kids. Just good energy on this album. Without any further ado, I am going to play you Where's the Cavalry off of Thick and Thin by Precursor out of Vancouver, British Columbia.
I'm so tired of feeling sick. If the end is near, just make it quick. We're still pretending it's alright. Fucked up, it feels like forever. I never thought that things could go so wrong. And I know the world's unraveling as I watched it all burn down in flames. Don't tell me nothing's wrong. Don't tell me nothing's wrong with us, with me. I'm so tired of digging deep, trying to silence all these critics. Hard time, holding my head straight, scared to find out what I said. Child in, reach out to the lever. Chin up, 'cause it's now or never. Really not much left to show. Whoever thought we'd sink so low. We're having the fight of our lives. Where's the cavalry? We're having the fight of our lives. And I know the world's unraveling as I watched it all burn down in flames. Don't tell me nothing's wrong. Don't tell me nothing's wrong. We'll all be dead and gone. Don't tell me nothing's wrong with us, with you, with me.
Okay, so what I was laughing about there is I never noticed this before. Obviously, I realized that song sounds like the Flatliners. Like it's not a secret, right? The song is clearly influenced by the Flatliners, which is, one of the other best punk rock bands out of the Toronto area. Maybe more famous than the Almighty Trigger Happy, but not, but Trigger Happy holds like a dear place in my heart, right? But that song's called Where's the Cavalry, and they got the song Cavalcade. So I feel like there's something going on there. Like it's kind of like they're like hinting at the influence of that particular song. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I could be crazy, but maybe it's just a coincidence. But I feel like it's probably not. But damn, definitely very Flatliners influence. There's a lot of bands that riff off the Flatliners. So I mean, and Chris is an awesome, nice dude. Like I see him at shows when I'm working. I see him at shows when I'm just going to shows. He's always out there supporting the scene. When he's not playing his solo act, he's in Hot Water Music. Hot Water Music has a new record called Vows out, and obviously he's in Flatliners. And I was really disappointed. I was trying to get on the gig for Flatliners Christmas show because I'm a huge Suicide Machines fan, and they didn't give it to me, and I was pretty pissed because we had our Christmas party the day before, and I skipped the Christmas party because I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not gonna be there for the shift. I'm not gonna go for the fucking Christmas party. Fuck this!" So like, I didn't go for the Christmas party, didn't get to be on the show, but I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed, but it is what it is. Did get to see Suicide Machines, but yeah. Precursor definitely sound like Flatliners. That song was Where's the Cavalry off of their new album Thick and Thin. I did say this was number 10. This is actually number 11, which brings us to number 10, back to Los Angeles, California for the second time. And this is the band The Implants, which are obviously probably one of the... They're a new band. I want to say that they're a supergroup. Are The Implants a supergroup? Band The Implants. Yeah. Okay. So they're on El Jefe's label, Cybertrax. They got members of Strung Out, Pulley, 10-Foot Pole, and Face to Face. So, like, I mean, as far as punk rock supergroups go, you don't get any more super than that, because that is fucking legendary, though, man. This is just like straight up good melodic punk. This album is amazing from start to finish. I would have loved to put it higher on the list, but there was just like so many good like technical skate punk albums this year that's the only reason it's lower. But this album kind of grew. I didn't love it at first, but it kind of grew on me after a while, and now I absolutely adore it, and I do believe they are on Red Bridge Fest, I want to say. So it's really enticing me to go out and check out Red Bridge Fest in Quebec. But this is the cover for their new album, Annihilation, and I am going to just play the introductory track because every track's good, so it doesn't matter which one I play because they're all fucking solid. Bring that up, and the first track is called Radio Out, and this one actually features El Jefe. So not only are they on El Jefe's album, but they featured them on their introductory track on their introductory album. So this is The Implants. Is this their introductory album? I feel like they've released one album before. I can't remember. But like, this is just a great album. Like, good old classic melodic skate punk from some of the biggest names in the history of punk rock. Every one of those bands, Strung Out, Pulley, Face to Face, 10-Foot Pole. There was some of the best punk rock bands of all time, right? So this is Radio Out off of Annihilation by The Implants out of Los Angeles, California. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Have a listen and enjoy.
As I proceed to this place where the need is the enemy, displaced in this hope there is none. As if I knew all these questions I need to remember, known in my heart who am I?
That was oh my god, now I forgot the song's name. Radio Out by The Implants featuring El Jefe from NoFX off of their new album Annihilation. Members of Pulley, Strung Out, Face to Face, 10-Foot Pole, and singer Ken Conti, who, if you looked at him, you would not imagine he sounded like that. But what a killer fucking album, dude. As far as punk rock supergroups go, this one is, like I said, about as super as it gets. So definitely check out the album if you grew up on Fat Records or Epitaph, and because, like, I mean, every dude in this band is a friggin' California punk rock legend. So they can do no wrong, in my opinion, right? That was 10 on the list. I was just counting. I was like, something's not right here. So I actually put 31 on bands on this list. I mean, I threw that other band on that French band on at the end because I was just like, yeah, I thought I miscounted. And then so we're at number 10, but we still got 10 more. So technically that was 11. And we got 10 more bands coming for the top 31 bands of 2024, I guess. But that was Implants, amazing band. They're out of Los Angeles. Hopefully everybody's good. Next, we're going to Orange County, California, for another band who I've loved the last couple albums from, Chaser. I actually got a chance to see them with Pulley. So, and that was the last show I went with my friend Derek, who plays in a band called The Holdouts, who is on the record label of Al from the almighty Trigger Happy called Cursed Blessings. So definitely check them out, because Derek died from a heart attack at 38. And it fucking broke my heart. Nicest fucking dude ever. We wouldn't always go together, but I would see him at every punk show in Niagara, in Toronto. We would always be at shows together. He was a punk rock legend in St. Catharines. Rest in peace, dude. Miss you. But whenever I listen to Chaser and Pulley, I will always think of you. But this is their new album, Chaser's new album. They're out of Orange County. Their new album's called Small Victories. Again, just good old classic melodic skate punk. It's kind of like what I go for, so that's why the top of this list is going to be heavy with this kind of shit. And I'm going to play you the title track, Small Victories. Enjoy.
I've grown tired in this game of life. The ever-present lows and highs, and no direction to be seen. Unknown where this road will lead me. My self-doubt has got me beat. One flag aside by 50 feet, criticized by only me. The old cliche
Yeah, that was Small Victories off of Small Victories by Chaser. As you can tell, just like classic California skate punk, produced by the same record producer who did NoFX's albums, Pennywise's albums. You can definitely hear a little bit of Pennywise in there. These guys are also on Thousand Island Records out of Quebec. They're also on P Records for their Australian distribution, and they're on S-BAM Records out of Germany. So like those are like three like legendary skate punk record labels, and they're on all of them. So if you're in any of those locales and you see those record labels putting on shows, keep an eye out for Chaser. Some with Pulley, they were so good. They've been around since 2000, so they've been doing it for 25 years. They're veterans just as much as everybody else. And the last couple records they put out, Dreamers, and then this, both stellar records, absolutely stellar. So give Chaser a listen, and rest in peace to Derek. I'll always think of you when I listen to Chaser, dude. And they are number 10 on our list of the top 30 punk bands of 2024. And that brings us to a new band for me. They've been around for a few years at least. But I actually might have listened to them before, but they never really particularly stood out to me like they did with this record. And this is Stand Still from Long Island, New York. And they got a new album called Steps Ascending. And this album is absolutely amazing. Like, it took me a few listens to get into it just because like I wasn't super familiar with them, and then I probably like listened to it like inattentively the first time. Came back to it, glad I did, because now it's like one of my favorite albums of the year. So I cannot stop listening to this album. It's so good. Definitely heavy, fast, and I'm going to play the song Avoiding the Intersection, which is the introductory track off this album. And it looks like they don't have much tour set up, but they will be playing Germany in June rather, in Münster. So if you're in Münster, they'll be playing Am Hauer Camp in Germany. So definitely don't pass up the opportunity, because these guys are friggin' amazing. I will also be keeping an eye out for shows in my area, in Toronto, or I'm happy to go to Buffalo. Hopefully they play Buffalo. I'm very close to Buffalo, and I'm happy to go to New York City if I have to, right? So this is the song Avoiding the Intersection, the introductory track off their new album Steps Ascending by Stand Still from Long Island, New York. Dude, such a good album. Avoiding the Intersection by Standstill off their new album Steps Ascending. What I love about this band is they're kind of forging their own path. They sound new, fresh, um, individual. A lot of the bands featured on this list kind of already sound like bands that are already like not a lot, not all of them, but I mean like there's a lot. There's I mean, and it's okay to be influenced by bands you love, but like there's bands that sound like Pennywise, bands that sound like Trigger Happy, bands that sound like a bunch of other bands, but this band sounds like new, like they're doing their own thing. So that's what I love about this record. It's something like totally and completely new, and I just really love this record. Out of Long Island, New York. Definitely keep an eye out for them. They've been popping off. I've seen them. They might have been on like Brooklyn Vegans list. I think I saw them on Brooklyn Vegans punk list at least. I'm not sure if they're on the top 50, but they're definitely on the Brooklyn Vegan punk list. So they're getting up the recognition that they deserve. And they are number 9 on my list of the top 30 punk rock albums of 2024. Which brings us to number 8. Which is a band out of Washington, D.C. Another newer band. I don't think I have heard them before. It looks like they released at least an EP prior to this. So I might have listened to them last year, but they kind of just, again, not a band that like really registered on my radar, but they are my favorite fuzzy garage punk band from this year, and this album is like fucking solid. Dude, there's 17 tracks on this album, so there's no shortage of tracks. They're not long tracks, but they are all good tracks. I'm just gonna play you what are they highlighting here? They're highlighting the song No. Let's see what we got here. Okay, they're playing No from the middle. I was just gonna play you the first song, Doctor, because I freaking love that song, but this is the band Teen Mortgage, out of Washington D.C. And I think they probably have been popping off a little bit. Let's see what their support look like. They got a lot of support. But actually, you know what? Maybe I'll play the song. I'll play the song Oligarchy for you instead of No. So this is the song Oligarchy, just because America is currently dealing with an oligarchy. At the moment, you got Elon Musk kind of taking over America, so it's a prescient song, if not, speaking to the times. But it's only a minute 51 seconds, so it's short and sweet. But this is Oligarchy off of Teen Mortgage's self-titled new album. Dude, catchy as fuck. This whole album is catchy as fuck. That album has like way more of a post-punk vibe than a lot of the other songs, but it's all got that fuzzy kind of garage vibe to it. Um, Dude, definitely check this album. 17 actual fucking bangers, dude. I swear to God. Washington D.C. Teen Mortgage, two-piece band, so fucking good. Definitely going to be on my. I'm definitely going to be on the lookout to see them live, 100%, because this shit just makes you want to dance. It's just so fucking catchy. Great party punk shit. Um, Not an album I was expecting to love, but an album I absolutely adore. I kept coming back to this album multiple times throughout the year, and that I don't do that a lot because I tend to listen to like it takes me so long to listen to all the new albums. So the fact that I came back to this album a few times speaks loads about it. It's like a testament to how good it really is. So yeah, Teen Mortgage, definitely check them out. I believe that was number 8 on the list. 8 on the list of the top 30 punk bands of 2024. This is takes us to number 7. Another newer band for me. This is Port Maria. They have a new album called Co-Conspirators. They are out of New Jersey, Union, New Jersey, in fact, and I'm going to play the song Tunneler for you. This album is also really good, but I want to keep it moving because it's getting late. This has been a long ass stream. Gonna play Tunneler by Port Maria from their new album Co-Conspirators. They are out of Union, New Jersey, and definitely keep your eye out for them because this album kicks major ass.
All the choices I make or have made are lands that we shaped while I was standing just out of frame. It's one in the same, a feeling I can't shake. Separated by the time it takes to put out a proper escape. Resigned to my fate, and burned at the stake.
Tunneler out of Union, New Jersey. This is getting into like our technical skate punk section of the list. It's not all technical skate punk, but it's going to be heavily predominant. Actually, the next band is probably the only band left on the list that's not technical skate punk. And but anyways, this album is amazing. Port Maria, Co-Conspirators, Union, New Jersey. Definitely check them out. They are definitely 100% on my list. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for them to play in Toronto or Buffalo. And if they do, I will 100% be there because I love this album. I love this album to death. And I wish I could have put it higher on the list because that just shows you how good the albums to come really are, because this album is absolute fucking bangers from start to finish. The next band on the list, so the next 6 albums, that was number 7 on our list. The next 6 albums on this list are all albums that I would love. I struggled with going back and forth of having as the top record of the top punk out record of the year. This next record is definitely the one that flew the most under the radar. Maybe it is because they are called Butt Candy. I don't know. But the most funniest name. When I first heard this album, I was like, damn, this album's good. Kind of like went back to it. I was like, yeah, it's all right. Went back to it again. I was like, no, I was right the first time. This album fucking rules, dude. This album fucking rules. It's like they don't really sing. It's like almost like spoken word over punk rock. So it kind of reminded me of like how a lot of like in a sense noise rock bands, like maybe like something like Chat Pile or something. They don't sound musically don't sound anything similar at all. Just like the style of singing on the record. But this is Butt Candy's Welcome to Heck. They are from San Diego, California, and I'm going to play you the song Gun, and just listen to yourself. They have like virtually no support on Bandcamp, and I cannot fathom why that is, because dude, if any record went underappreciated this year, it is this record. Butt Candy's Welcome to Heck. This is Gun. You can download it for pay what you can on Bandcamp, and if you don't, you're an idiot, straight up.
Thank you.
Dude, that shit is straight chaotic, man. It's like fuzzy garage. It's fucking, dude, that shit just rips so hard. How do people not love this album, man? I mean, I know it's like distorted and you have to like kind of pay attention to like the subtle riffs that are at the heart of it, but man, these dudes fucking rip. And if they're wearing those costumes when they play, holy shit, you know it's gonna be entertaining. Um, this is, dude, this is one of my favorite new discoveries of the whole entire year. This band, I have no idea how long they've been around, but they're from San Diego, um, and I'm sure they are fucking legendary in that town. I actually want to go to San Diego. If I do go on an American trip, then San Diego is definitely on my list, and I will 100% be looking out for fucking butt candy, man. Got to get my butt candy on. Welcome to Heck. Amazing album. Absolutely. Every song is like that. Every song. It's fucking absolutely crazy, dude. This album just hits so fucking hard. Definitely check it out. Underappreciated for sure. Could have easily been the best record of the year. It might be my favorite record because the more and more I listen to it, the more and more I love it. That was number 6 on my list of top 30 punk records of 2024. All the remaining 5 are all technical skate punk bands, so if you don't like technical skate punk, you might want to check out here. But if you do, you're definitely going to want to stay tuned, because the next band on our list, we're going back to Canada, to Vancouver once again, for, did I download it? The Core, another band off of Thousand Islands Records. They had my favorite EP of 2022. These dudes have been ripping it up. I just missed them play in Toronto, and they played in like 2 towns around my area, and I had to work both days. I just like couldn't swing it. Plus it was like cold as fuck, and I thought I was gonna get stuck in a town that's not my town overnight at the train station with a bunch of homeless people. So like, not that I have a problem. I've done it before, got stuck with them before. I have no problems with them. It's just like, in a fucking cold ass day, it's not something you want to do. And plus I had to work the next day, so I was just like, I missed it, but I'm so disappointed. But this is The Core, Fractured Protocol. They've already been named on a few different lists. This record has been named on a couple different lists, at least, that the best punk record of the year. And I had it up there for a while until I kind of listened to these other records, and some of the other records at first I didn't like as much, and I kind of listened to them all together. I was like, yeah, I mean, some of these ones I just like a little bit better. It's just like not much. It's like this record is friggin' amazing from start to finish. But I'm gonna play the song "Dog of War" off of the record, which is the second track on the album. These guys are out of Vancouver, British Columbia, and they are on the Quebec label Thousand Islands Records. If you like skate punk, there's no way you won't like these guys. So give it a listen and check them out.
I'll strip the bone of flesh. I'll strip the bone of flesh. Bark till there's nothing left. Bark till there's nothing left. It's chaos. It's chaos. I'm waiting in the dark. I'm waiting in the dark. My bite, it leaves a mark. My bite, it leaves a mark. It's chaos. It's chaos. It's chaos. It's chaos. Attracted to the gun. Attracted to the gun. I know I'm not your son. I know I'm not your son. It's chaos. It's chaos. It's chaos. It's chaos inside. So
Dog of War off of the Corpse new album Fractured Protocol. If you just listen to the first couple albums on this, the first couple tracks on this album, there's no way you're not putting it first of overall. There's no fucking way, dude. The only reason it's not first overall is because like some of the albums I feel like are more like consistently solid throughout the entirety than this one, and that's the only reason why. Because if I was judging on individual tracks, this album would be hands above the top of the list because that song is an absolute ripper, bro. You can definitely hear the thrash punk influence of Propagandhi, and like, oh my god, that song is the bass, dude. The bass line. Were you guys listening to the bass line? I want to see fucking Bass University dude do this fucking song, bro, because the dude is ripping on that bass line, bro. You guys got to put this song forward to Mark at the fucking Bass U, man, because I mean he's really good at taking suggestions, and he's big into the tech skate punk these days after doing like Belvedere and shit. So like, somebody on his Patreon put this album forward to him and put Dog of War, the song Dog of War, bro. Absolutely insane. That song, fifth best punk rock record of the year, probably maybe the first. I don't even know, bro. Like it was so hard for me to pick. I kept shuffling. Like I said, all 6 of these top 6, I just kept shuffling them around because like whatever I listened to last is my favorite one, right? So like, it's crazy, dude. They're all equal in my opinion, but I have this one listed 5th. Moving on to number 4, we got an absolute legend in my opinion. So this is the battle between Thousand Island Records. The Corpse is on Thousand Island Records. The next album is on. Did I not download it? Or which store download? The next album is on People of Punk Rock Records. So it's the battle of the 2 Quebecois skate punk labels, and this one's from Quebec City. I believe Thousand Island Records is from somewhere like north of Montreal, but I don't think it's like directly from Montreal. I could be wrong. It might be from Montreal. But anyways, this is Steven Neufeld. Everything he does, I love. I've loved all his last few albums, and he obviously has like extremely so he's from Craig's Brother and a bunch of other bands. But he obviously has heavy No Use for a Name vibes. So he's very Tony Sly influenced. And if you're as big a No Use for a Name fan as I am, there's no way this record, like any record he puts out, is not going to be in very near the top of your list. I'm just gonna, this is 10 tracks. All of them are friggin' amazing. I'm gonna play you the second track called Skylit Rooms. The album's called Punk. So did I put it up? Okay, maybe I did not put it up. There it is for you. But the album's called Punk. Steven Neufeld from Los Angeles, California. He's from the Christian punk band Craig's Brother, but dude, everything he's been doing in this solo project the last several, he's been putting out almost an album in a year. He's crazy prolific, and every single one of them is bangers. Like every song he puts out is amazing. But he's keeping the memory of Tony Sly alive, in my opinion. So I hope people appreciate that, because you know, imitation is the greatest form of flattery. And this is Skylit.
Some days when I can't help myself. I'll say you do what I want, do what I gotta do to break the spell. Get out of my sphere. There's a safety in one's boiler room. When the world seems determined to barricade your strength, have no fear. Just be anyone you're inclined to be. Shed a tear when your self-restraint's a burden, and there's just no holding back. Just be you, work alone in solitude. Have a think, let's find your truth. What a cliche skylit room, for every day's a deja vu. These are the days that we've got. your truth. What a cliche skylit room, where every day's a deja vu.
Long live Tony Sly, the Almighty One, watching down on us from heaven. But dude, amazing. As you can see, that sounds like No Use for a Name. Like there's no other ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like clearly influenced by No Use for a Name, and there's no better person to be influenced by than Tony Sly, in my opinion. So, rest in peace, Tony. Keep it going, Steven, because dude, everything you do is fucking gold, bro. I swear to God. That Steven Neufeld is the, I believe, fourth top album of the top 30 punk rock records from 2024. We're going back to some technical skate punk, this time from Copenhagen, Denmark, for number 3. This is the band Fabled Mind, and so we've gone 5 Thousand Island records, 4 People of Punk Rock records, 3 going back to Thousand Island Records, even though they're technically, I think their main label is Lockjaw Records from the UK, but in North America they are released on Thousand Island Records, and this is actually a concept album. It's like kind of like a dystopian sci-fi story about like living in the Matrix, and I am a proponent of the theory that we are in the Matrix, and I think nobody probably knows better than me. But anyways, that aside, this record is fucking amazing, dude. And I'm going to play the song Perfect World for you, which is the introductory track. If you're going to listen to the concept album as a story, you might as well start with the first chapter, am I right? So this is Perfect World from Project Paradise by Fabled Mind out of Copenhagen, Denmark.
Welcome to Project Paradise. Choose between thousands of worlds where you can be a star, a hero, or even a god. We are here to make you happy. Project Paradise. An improved reality. Your reality.
Another day of tripping out in paradise. Another day observing the strange device. I wish I could roll the dice. My escape is just like yours, from a life stripped of hope and colors. But who am I to say when I live in the perfect world? As I awaken cosmic solitude, I'm tapping into choose a new world. The promised land isn't more than a fantasy. Watching galaxies collide from the cradle tree. When I float in this weightless atmosphere, I have nothing left to lose. The emptiness in here, my follower, my colorful twist of the oak and the leaves, and monotonous swelling through time. Shelter my fragile belief in the future, 'cause I'm just a wandering mind in a perfect world. As I awake from a dreamless slumber, the dark void is a trance-setting face, and I will always be a name.
dude, and that's not even the best song of the fucking album. That's just the start of the fucking story, man. And so the story begins. And you've got to go listen to the entire album. That's the beauty thing about concept albums. It encourages you to listen to the entire album. Some of my favorite records of all time are concept albums. The Taxpayers, Adgie's Idle Opus. I love me some concept albums. This album is friggin' stellar, dude. It is stellar, and that's not just a thematic statement. It's a factual statement. Excuse me. Just a great fucking record. As you can hear, it's almost prog metal, dude. And like, it's about a super tech, bro. And it just rips so hard. It just gets harder. Like that's just the intro track. The rest of the tracks are like actual fucking bangers, dude. Fabled Mind out of Copenhagen, Denmark's Project Paradise. Definitely go listen to the whole album, because if not, you're insulting the storied process, man. Number 3 on the list of best albums, punk rock albums of 2024. I'm doing the top 30. This is number 3. We're heading to number 2. Back to Fat Records. They Need No Introduction from Los Angeles, California. Strung Out, the absolute fucking legends. They only put out bangers. Jason Cruz is a fucking god among punks, right? So one of the members was also in Implants. This album, when I first listened to this album, it's their 10th album. When I first listened to this album, I was like, this is the worst Strung Out album I've ever heard, right? I'm like, I don't even know if I really even like it, right? Then I listened to it again and again and again. I was like, okay, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking at first, because this is fucking banger. It's just as good as any other album they've ever put out. And this is obviously called Dead Rebellion. Love the album cover, by the way. The album cover is so sick. Fabled Mind is pretty good too, but it might not be as good as what was the other one that I really loved? What is that one? Oh, Love Lines, but still pretty good. It's got that kind of what's it called? Art Deco. It's got that Art Deco look to it, right? So, Dead Rebellion, the 10th studio album from Strung Out of Los Angeles, California, on Fat Records. I'm just gonna play you White Owls and just let the song speak for itself. Everybody knows fucking Strung Out, right?
Are you just a shadow on my mind? Don't know if I belong to you. These walls, they speak, I Everybody gets what they deserve, and you were the last one standing on this dirt star in the sky. Get it right. Do I let you in or do the time? Try to make it on my own 2 feet again. Do I take you with me along the way? Or do we go on and on and on again? Do I let you in or do the time? Am I on my own? Do I take you with me along the way? Or do we go on and on and on again?
White Owls from the legendary String Out. Another banger of an album. I don't know what I was thinking when I first heard it. This album is absolutely freaking crazy, dude. As all their albums are. It almost like kind of harkens back to like older Strung Out a little bit for me. But dude, just Strung Out cannot put out bad songs, dude. They just can't certainly cannot put out bad records, dude. Everything is just so good. Dead Rebellion, Los Angeles, California. The legendary Jason Cruz, Strung Out. The one dude's also in Implants. Best album of 2024 in the realm of punk rock. Like I said, the top 6 albums for me were all interchangeable. So this is number 2. Number 1, we're going back to the Battle of Quebec with Thousand Island Records versus People of Punk Rock Records. Number 5 on the list, Thousand Island Records representing the Core out of Vancouver, British Columbia. 4 on the list, we went to Los Angeles, California as well, like Strung Out, to People of Punk Rock Records with Steven Neufeld representing the memory of Tony Sly. Number 3, we went back to Thousand Islands Records via Lockjaw Records of in the UK and Copenhagen, Denmark. Fabled Mind with their concept album Project Paradise. And so 4 of the top 5 albums are from these 2 labels, and the other one's from freaking legendary Fat Records, right? So the number 1 album of the year, we are going back to People of Punk Rock Records with a band from, oh shit, now I forget where they're from. I definitely looked it up. I want to say Statesville, North Carolina. Let's see. Was it Statesville? Statesville, North Carolina. I was correct. I should rely on my memory. The band Splitcast with their new album Shadows on the Street. This album is freaking mind-blowing, dude. This was an easy first place for me. Like, I said they're all interchangeable, and I do agree. But once I put this album in the top, it never moved. All the rest of them kind of shuffled around. This one never moved. To me, this is the clear winner of Best Punk Rock Album of 2024. It is just fucking good, dude. It is just fucking good. Statesville, North Carolina. They're pretty new. I think they just started releasing stuff. I think they released an EP for the first time in 2023. This is their first full-length album, if I am not mistaken. If I am mistaken, I apologize. You can find them on People of Punk Rock Records out of Quebec City, but they're from North Carolina. I'm just going to play you a song, the title track of the album, Shadows on the Street, from their new record, Shadows on the Street. Best punk album of 2024. Hands down.
of the setting sun. Faceless and flat on the pavement, seems that we've been overrun. The fall from grace has just begun. Light dims and we turn to gray. We know the truth, but none will say it. Silence of the masses, domination by the few. Now look at where we are. Underneath building tops, silhouettes of the majority. Watching from afar, outlines of complacency. The right, 'cause we were meant to be more than shadows on the streets. Let off while the piper plays. Virtue is to blindly follow, marching toward the end of all. The loudest voices hum along. This love is a masquerade. Doesn't anyone see it's hollow? Desperate for allegiance, but devoid of any truth. Nothing will change if we're content to stay underneath building tops, silhouettes of the majority. Watching from afar, outlines of complacency. The right, 'cause we were meant to be more than shadows on the shadows on our shadows on the street. Shadows on our Wake up, oh sleeper, and rise up from the dead. Arise, oh dreamer, walk in the light instead. Wake up, oh sleeper, and rise up from the dead. Arise, oh dreamer, walk in the light instead. Underneath building tops, silhouettes of the majority. Watching from afar, outlines of complacency. The right, 'cause we were meant to be more than shadows on the shadows on the street. More than shadows, shadows on the street.
Bro, are you fucking kidding me? This record is mind blowing, dude. This record is mind blowing. It might be one of the best punk rock records of all time. I don't even fucking know. I'm gonna let it roll into the next track, which is called the 99, which is my favorite track on the album. If you thought that one was good, just wait to hear this one.
What's to gain if you walk across the coals but feel no pain? Sometimes you gotta be the wick before the flame, or broken down to be made whole. Led astray to where bones begin to dry out and decay. 'Cause nothing ever grows where there's no rain. To
satisfy your weary soul and wash away the stains. The shepherd leads his flock in search of one, desperate for restitution of the wayward brother, the forgotten son, out there on his own. There's a war that's taking place outside the realm of time and space, somewhere in between the darkness and the light. I've been the lost, I've been the saved, and lived on both sides of the fray. I've been the one and one of the 99. I gotta say, sometimes life will give you more than you can take, and you feel more like the chaff than the hay, vaporized and blown away. But every day, all the broken edges of me slowly fade, and the image underneath begins to change. Sanctified under grace, it's still who I am, but it's not who I'll stay, because the shepherd left his flock in search of one, desperate for restitution of the wayward brother, the forgotten son, out there on my own. There's a war that's taking place in every heart from every race, somewhere in between the darkness and the light. I've been the lost, I've been the saved, and walked on both sides of the grave. I've been the one and one of the 99. There is no city here for me. This land is for the dead. I'm waking up, and my eyes can clearly see that I'm the one who left from the 99.
Tony Sly will never die, bro. He'll never die. As long as he keeps influencing music like that, he'll never die. He'll never be dead. He's just living on in our fucking hearts, dude. Because that, of course, that sounded like No Use for a Name, man. But goddamn, is this record ever good, bro? I swear to God, if you don't listen to this record, there's something wrong with you, bro. There's something wrong with you. Hands down, best punk album of 2024. But like I said, top 6. Butt Candy's Welcome to Heck, The Core's Fractured Protocol, Stephen Neufeld's Punk, Fabled Minds' Project Paradise, Strung Out's Dead Rebellion, and Splitcast's Shadows on the Street. All absolutely stellar records. Everything else in the top 30, well worth checking out. Bands from all over the world: Australia, Germany, Denmark, Belgium, the Netherlands, the UK, Canada, America. Bro, I hope you enjoyed the list. Top 30, technically 31, because I forgot to remove one. I was supposed to remove one and I forgot to do it. Okay, I forgot to do it. Top 31 albums. I know it's a weird number, bro. I was going for 30, but I accidentally put 31. Top 30 albums, top 31 albums of 2024. Punk rock records, at least. This isn't albums as a whole. Punk records, skate punk, melodic punk, garage punk, hardcore punk, stuff like that. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you discovered some new bands. Hope you discovered some new record labels. Hope you discovered some music that you enjoyed from across the world. Thousand Island Records, Fat Records, People of Punk Rock Records, who came out on top in the Battle of Quebec. I call it the Battle of Quebec between Thousand Island Records, People of Punk Rock Records, even though I'm sure they prefer collaboration. P Records, S-Bam Records, all represented here. They're putting out great music all over the world. Definitely follow them. Definitely check them out. That way it's a great way to discover new bands. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching on YouTube. You can follow me on I live stream on Twitch to record these at the Alien You Call God with a U instead of a YOU. At the Arbiter of Cool on YouTube and Instagram, also the Arbiter of Cool. Please follow me. If you don't like watching the VODs, you can just check out my Instagram and look at the posts. Link to the band camps are all in there. You can I just put up the record. I just put up the lists of the record album covers. So you know what I mean. If you don't got the couple hours to sit through and listen to this with me, I don't blame you, but I appreciate you watching. Thanks to the dude who gave a shout out to Hey I Love You. Thanks for Hey I Love You for contacting me and thanking me for including them on my list of best emo albums of 2024. I hope you enjoyed the best punk albums of 2024. I will be back with another one. I'll probably do punk EPs in the next couple days, and then come back with like maybe post-hardcore or hardcore. I still got post-punk to do, and maybe a couple other ones. Oh, Noise Rock. Noise Rock's a big one for me. I love me some Noise Rock. Chat Pal put out a fucking record this year. Saw Chat Pal this year. Fucking blew my mind, dude. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.